This looks like it's something straight out of a horror movie.
And he looked up at her and said, "No, I've done seen God."
Clear as day, it was a figure, full shadow figure moved across the wall.
So you'd say it's haunted then?
Yeah, I would say so, yeah.
It just said my name. You just asked who we're speaking to. Yeah. Oh, wow. We've got a very elderly man. Really? Whoa, it just said yeah. I'm freaking out, you guys. I'm hearing stuff all around me. Ryan, are you close to me? Come on, Ed. Come and stand beside me here. He's there now, dude. Right beside you.
All right, we are on our way, Dave, to another investigation here in Illinois.
Oh yeah.
Funny enough, this one's only 5 miles away from the place we did last week, which was the old city jail. This is the same owners of this building, and they said this one is even more active and more haunted than that jail that we were at last night.
I'm excited to find out if that is actually true.
I am too. Tonight we are going to be spending the night at Pine Lawn Manor, a nursing home, a place that was designed for end-of-life care for people. Therefore, there was a lot of people that passed away here, and there's so much paranormal activity, things being thrown, people hearing voices, EVPs, you name it. Pine Lawn Manor has it, and it is going to be right up here on the left-hand side.
Okay.
Here we go. We are turning. And we didn't get lost this time.
No.
We did not get lost.
That's already a good start to the day. Let's go.
It is right up here.
There it is.
On the left. There it is, man.
Should we go this way?
Yeah, let's go left here. Check this place out. Holy crap.
Wow.
This looks like it's something straight out of a horror movie.
It's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I mean, it just wraps all the way around. These types of nursing home facilities, they had quite a few patients, and there's a lot of stories of people that they believe who passed away here who might still reach out and talk to the living here at Pine Lawn Manor.
Wow. Man, this place is creepy.
It is. There's the front doors. One thing that we have going in our favor today as well is that we had some major storms come through this area yesterday, so that energy could still be held in the walls of this place.
Here we are.
Let's get out and head inside and see what Pine Lawn Manor has in store for us.
Let's go.
When this building was first built, it was actually built for apartments. Then Pine Lawn took it in effect in 1970, and it became Pine Lawn. I know people have been scratched. There's been rumors that you see marbles being thrown at you and kind of rolling down the hallway. There'll be times when I come in and like when I've been cleaning and stuff, I'll have somebody following me.
All right, we are officially inside Pine Lawn Manor here, and you're probably wondering, what in the world do you guys have on your faces?
It's a fashion statement.
It sure is. Well, I tell you what, 2 nights ago we investigated at the old city jail, and there comes a certain point in your life when you get old, you've been doing this a long time, all the dust just gives you an absolute splitting migraine the next day. And yesterday we could hardly even get out of bed because our heads hurt so bad. So we took precautions today. We have these masks. We're going to be wearing them throughout the night.
That's right.
We're going to walk around Pine Lawn Manor here and talk about some of the paranormal activity that's seen and experienced here. And to help us and to tell us stories, we have Lennon over here.
Hello.
Hey, Lennon, you've been investigating here how long?
I've been here, I think, 3 times now. 3 times. So Out of all places I've been, I'd say this one takes a cake on frequency of activity I've experienced. And some of the wildest things I've seen visually have happened here.
So you'd say it's haunted then?
Yeah, I would say so, yeah.
Perfect. Do you want to walk us around a little bit, show us some of your hot spots and some of the known hot spots?
Yeah,
within the
absolutely.
building?
Absolutely, yeah.
All right,
I'll just
let's
take
do
you
it.
guys to this wing here is mostly where I've experienced things.
All right.
Lennon is the lead investigator of Midwest Supernatural and has had some shocking paranormal experiences here at Pine Lawn Manor. But the history of this place is still somewhat mysterious, as the owners haven't had time to fully discover the tragedies of this former nursing home. They do estimate that hundreds of people passed away here from old age, and some are still here, still stuck in the routine of their final days.
The very first time I ever came here, I met Tony here just to check the place out to see if it would be something good for my crew to come do. And I think it was about 2 a.m. He had me, he's like, if you want to experience something, it tends to be when you're solo. And I was like, okay. So I came down to right here by myself. Everybody else stayed in the cafeteria down there. And I was staying about right where I'm at. And I thought I heard maybe a shuffle or something come from down this way in this wing. So I walked right to here. And I was just kind of looking. I didn't have my flashlight on. I was just kind of see if I could see anything moving around. And I heard very distinctly about 3 footsteps at the very end of the hallway.
Before we let Lennon finish his story, my camera captured something strange that we have to analyze. As he's telling us about the footsteps he heard, a strange anomaly of some kind flies behind his head, across the doorway behind him at lightning speed. Our first thought was perhaps a bird was flying quickly around him, but it's not visible on Dave's camera. So next we thought, maybe it was a bug flying around me that passes in front of the lens of my camera. But not only does this anomaly appear to go behind Lennon's head, when you look at Dave's camera angle and zoom in on me, you can't see any visible insects flying around. So what is this fast-moving anomaly that seems to fly very quickly behind Lennon? Could this be one of the residents of Pine Lawn coming to greet us? Let us know in the comments below.
I guess it would sound like an older woman's voice. I couldn't make out what she said, but it sounded almost like a moan. And I heard it twice back to back. It was about 3 seconds apart.
And there wouldn't have been anybody down here?
No,
correct?
everybody we were with were down in the cafeteria there.
Okay.
And second time I was here, I did the same thing, but this time my whole group was down at that end. And I came to about, I'd say, right here. I was doing the same thing. I was just asking some questions, and from around that corner there, I seen like the forearm and hand of somebody come up really quick and go back away.
Oh, wow.
Now, I'd say this corner here is pretty active. I've heard a lot of sounds coming from rooms in this area too as well, but those were 2 distinct things that happened to me right here.
Okay.
If we come this way.
You can hear people walking behind you. You'll hear their feet scuffing and you'll see your shadows, and then that's when they really start letting you know that they're here.
If we come this way, let's see, one of these doorways here. Yes, this right here.
This one?
Yep. So in this room, me and Tony, the owner, were going to do an investigation together at a different place. We met up here and he had a group coming in. We met the group. I was telling them my stories. We were kind of walking around with him, showing them the place. And the lady was very sensitive. And she came in here, kind of like was led in here. It felt like she was pulled to it, to that doll right there. And she was communicating with that doll, and she was communicating that doll was very angry. And I was kind of standing in this doorway, just kind of leaning on it, facing them. I wasn't really in it. I was just listening. And as they were doing that, I started getting a really, really bad burning sensation on my back. I lifted my shirt up, had Tony look at it. I had about a 2-inch, pretty sizable welted scratch on my back.
Nah, Lennon?
Yeah.
Somebody scratched you, bro.
It just started burning.
I want you to get a good glimpse of this, my friend. I'm video cameraing it for you. Gosh damn, dude, that's deep.
Wow.
Wow.
And yeah, I was standing just like you are right now, and there's no chance I'd hit my back on something or scratch myself that hard. You know, it was looked very deep almost.
And in that moment, what was running through your head?
You know, it was kind of, I wouldn't say I was scared like it was something evil that did it to me. It almost felt like it was someone being antagonized and just lashed out.
Mm-hmm. Defensive.
Yeah, that's kind of how it felt. Like we were kind of encroaching and she was trying to get us to back away.
Gotcha.
Now, which one specifically was that?
It's that one sitting up right there on the bed here.
With the red
Yes.
arms and stuff?
Yes, that one right there. Yep, and that's the one they were speaking with when it happened.
There was a nurse here. He was a male nurse. He is one death that happened here. He actually had a heart attack, and his name's Ed. Ed, the nurse, had actually went to go check on some residents that were here. And another nurse had came in, and he kind of looked white and sweaty. And she asked him, Ed, do you need a pillow or something? You don't look good. And he looked up at her and said, no, I've done seen God. And then after he left the resident's room is when he went to his nurse's station and had his heart attack.
Now we were all sitting, we had a bunch of chairs strung up right here. And we were all sitting here, we were asking questions, and I was sitting about where that chair is, but on the other side of that doorway. And we were asking questions, we kept hearing movement from the other end down there. Clear as day, it was a figure, full shadow figure moved across the wall, and it seemed to block out one of the lights in one of the bedrooms there, and it was clear as day, shadow figure. You couldn't miss it. It was really interesting.
Do you feel like it was a patient?
I have a suspicion from what I've experienced here on who it might be, and I can show you actually through this doorway here.
Okay.
There. This sign right here of Mike, and from what I gather from it, Mike was a patient here who did not like to wear clothes. We started getting a lot of activity when we started to reference Mike and ask him questions. We got a ton of whistling, both audible, we heard with our ears through the place, and we also, I think, 4 whistles on our spirit box.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it was very corroborative, and it was very neat to hear that. And so I have a suspicion that Mike's the one that is down here and doing stuff, and I think Mike likes the attention.
I see shadows. There's been some other people that seen shadows, and I actually, for my first night, the other night, I actually seen my first apparition. My husband was taking him down, showing him where, the break room was and the laundry room was, and I was standing out here in front of the door, and I just kind of got this feeling, and I looked to my left, and I was looking down here in this hallway, and I just kept looking, and I was like, okay, that's the kitchen door, making sure that my eyes were seeing what I was seeing. And of course, I seen a little old lady, about the height of me, wearing a white gown, and I'm just kind of sitting there looking at her, and I wave at her, and she literally starts moving towards me, and then they all come out, and then she was gone.
So this room here, it was the same day that I was scratched here. That group was here and we were touring the place with them, and Lindsay, my cousin, left a audio recorder on that table right there beside the bed, and she left there the whole time we were here. It was just been there for a while, and we were walking through with that group, and we came around this corner, and I was the last one at the end, and I came around here, and I thought I heard a woman's voice behind me, so I kind of stopped and turned around, and Lindsay heard it too, and she came. We were standing here kind of listening, and clear as day, like one of you guys were in that room right there, we heard like a cough, loud. And so we went in front of the door and we started asking questions, and we heard another woman's voice from in there. And so we kind of sat there and asked a few more questions. We didn't have any responses, so we were like, okay, let's check our recorder and see if it caught it. And we found the timestamp where we were at, and it caught the cough. It sounded like that they had coughed directly into the microphone. It was so loud, it almost distorted the audio.
Wow. And it was definitely nobody you were with?
No, that's what I said. Everybody was down at the end there. They all kept walking. Me and her kind of trailed back to see what was going on.
That's really cool.
It was really neat.
We're gonna get into the investigation here as soon as the sun goes down, so I'm really interested to see what this place holds. The abandonment session in here is probably going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
When that place is alone, cameras are set up, who knows what's gonna happen. So let's do it. Let's get started.
Let's do it. Let's get into it. Let's knock out Pine Lawn Manor.
All right, let's go. All right, so we are getting ready to leave Pine Lawn Manor set up. We have 4 cameras throughout to cover as much of this nursing home as we can.
Yes, we do. We've got cameras placed on all of the hallways to see what we can capture tonight.
So right here, we are on the right-hand side of the building, pointing down towards the long hallway that leads to the sensory room. We have the paranormal music box set up here on the chair. If anyone walks down this hallway, that music box will alarm and start to play music. Just down the hallway, right at the corner where Lennon said they always see shadow figures, they always have movement, they always have strange experiences. We have the action cam set up, pointing down both hallways. That action cam is wide enough that it gets both of those hallways. We have the REM pod set up on one side. On the other side, we have a motion-activated light. So if anyone walks in front of that light, it is going to turn on, and we are going to know that there is an unexplainable force making that light turn on.
That's right. And we also have a camera pointed down Mike's hallway, which we also have the Mel meter and a cat ball down that hallway just in case somebody wants to try to communicate that way.
We also have a camera set up in the room with the dolls, the doll room where Lennon was actually scratched. They say there's something attached to that doll. We have the doll set up with the piccolo, an EMF music box. If that device picks up on electromagnetic frequencies, it is going to set off, alarm, and play a song. So hopefully whatever's attached to that doll will set that off. We also have the spirit pod in there, proximity meter, just like the REM pod. So are you ready, Dave, to hit the road?
I'm ready to take this mask off for a little bit and get some fresh air. And yeah, see what Pine Lawn Manor has to offer for abandonment.
Let's do it. Let's head out.
Let's go. Oh,
Are you gonna be able to do it in that mask?
I don't know. This is a first here. Let's see.
Contributed to the longevity for sure.
So, what we're gonna do now is actually chain and lock the building so nobody definitely can get in while we're gone.
That's right. Lock it up, Dave.
I'm gonna. All right, there we go.
Got it all set up?
Let's go get some air conditioning.
This abandonment session is a shining example of why we use this technique at every location possible. When these buildings are completely empty, we capture amazing paranormal evidence. And having no one there helps us debunk things that we might otherwise mistake as unexplained. At Pine Lawn Manor, in the 65 minutes the building is empty, we achieve both. Let's start with the latter. After about 20 minutes, this camera starts to pick up sounds that appear to be movement and walking. But the floor's concrete, and this sounds like impact on wood. This leads us to believe the sounds aren't coming from the floor, but from the ceiling. Then, a few minutes later, the action camera captures this. Our furry friend then goes down and investigates the REM pod. Before they make their way down to Mike's room. And 30 minutes later, emerge again to inspect the millimeter. So the sounds our camera captured was just the raccoon navigating their way from their sleeping spot after waking up for the night. But this is a paranormal quest first. Now, over the years, we've successfully captured mice.
Then I know. Are you serious?
A cat. And tonight, a raccoon setting off our equipment. But let's get to the evidence. Something unexplained did occur while we were gone. And it happened in the doll room. Did you see it? The lens flare at the top of the frame is not the occurrence in question. It's the shadow that moves from the end of the bed up to the doll. We're not sure what we just captured, but whatever this shadow is, reflected the infrared light back at the camera, causing a lens flare. And we know it's not a raccoon because the only entrance to this room is the doorway clearly visible in frame, and nothing entered. Could we have just captured the shadow of whatever spirit scratched Lennon? A manifestation of whoever is said to be attached to this doll? Watch it again and tell us what you think.
Dave, audio, Pine Lawn, back from abandonment. I got a weird vibe, dude.
I do too.
It's currently thundering and lightning outside.
That may just charge this building up.
Ooh, I got cold chills. Okay, guys, we're just getting back from abandonment and we have a really strange vibe going on right now.
It could be the fact that we have thunder and lightning going on right now, and that could really charge this place up tonight.
What is that?
I just heard footsteps.
Did you hear that, dude?
Yeah, it sounded like full-on footsteps.
Sorry. Bat.
Okay. Did you set off this light right here? So far, that other side has a creepier vibe than over here right now.
Agreed.
Mike, we're here to talk to you tonight, buddy. If that is who's here. And Ed, if you're here as well, we'd love to talk to you. You can slam a door, you can touch us, you can move things. You can talk. We're here to have...
Did you hear that? It was a knock.
Right on this door.
Yes.
You can talk. We're here to have...
Did you hear that? It was a knock. There was just a knock right here on this door. That camera was pointed at me. It was not me.
doors.
Let's go.
Shut from the other side.
Let's go this way.
Mike? There's going to be some lightning, sir. There already is. I think there's a storm coming. Can you use the energy in the air? Oh, what the f*** was that?
This door.
Oh, yeah.
It closes by itself.
I thought you were holding it open.
No.
Can you use the energy in the air to show us that you're here? To talk to us?
Do you want to take a sweep through here, or do you want to pick this stuff up?
Let's pick this stuff up, go and get the SLS camera, and come back down here and see if we can catch Mike, or see if Mike will show himself to us on camera.
Okay.
I just heard that REM pod.
I think that's the mill. Listen.
So we were going to go down. We literally just set up all that stuff, and we already had what sounded like either REM pod or Mel meter going off down there. I'm excited to see what happens. There's a huge, what seems to be a very large storm rolling in, and that should charge this place up.
Yes.
Since we didn't feel alone, since it felt like Mike was down there, let's get down there with the...
I hear it.
With the SLS.
Let's go.
Mike, Ed, we're coming down. You wanna talk a little bit? Can you set that off again for us so we can hear the lights go off and beep? Was that you in there, Ed?
What was that?
It's back here behind you. Might be the wind on the roof. Ed, we're going to go talk to Mike, but if you want us to come in there and talk to you, can you set off one of those things? Set off one of those toys. Oh. There's a chair there. You can use that walker. Mike, I have a box in my... Movie?
Yeah, we're filming. Dude, that's the first thing it said.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's a stretch, guys, that it said movie and we're filming, but that's literally the first thing it said.
You want to be in our movie? You can be in our movie. I was going to say you can use this box in my hand, we think you can at least, to say words. Can you tell us your name so we know who wants to be in our movie?
Sister.
Do you have a sister?
Weak. How old are you?
The hell, it hasn't said anything. We've had this running since we left base camp.
Mm-hmm. I'm 34.
I'm 29.
How old are you?
Mike, we heard you like to take your clothes off and run down the hallways. Is that true?
Drowned.
Drowned. Where did you drown? Did you drown in a bathtub?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows how you drowned?
Disagree.
Who are we speaking to? Can you please tell us your name?
Megan.
Megan?
You just asked who we're speaking to.
I did. Megan! Megan, if that's you, thank you. I know we probably look and sound funny because we have these masks on, but it's just helping us breathe a little bit better. Megan, if you can hear me, there's a red light on the ground out in the hallway. If you can see that red light, Megan, can you try and touch it for me?
Megan, do you know Mike?
Isn't it so weird how that equipment was going off when we went down here?
And then as soon as we got down here, it hasn't gone off since. They say they get a lot of EVPs out of Ed's room, right?
Yeah.
So we got a digital voice recorder. You want to go over to Ed's room? Leave this stuff here. Maybe Mike likes to play pranks and mess with this stuff when no one's around.
Yeah, let's do it.
Ed, we're coming in. Ed. My name is Ryan, this is Dave, and we're here to talk to you tonight. We're not sure if this is the same Ed, but we heard there was a male nurse, a nurse named Ed, that had a heart attack. Did you have a heart attack, Ed? Ed, can you stand beside Dave? He's right outside your door.
Come here, Ed. Come and stand right here. Take a picture with me.
Laughing.
Ghost Tube just said something.
Laughing.
It said laughing.
Right after Dave finished his sentence, his microphone picked up a strange sound. If it wasn't caused by anything explainable, well, then it's very bizarre. The weirdest part is, none of the other 4 microphones in the room captured this sound. Let us know what you hear.
Take a picture with me.
Laughing.
Take a picture with me.
Laughing.
Ghost Tube just said something.
Laughing.
It said laughing. What's so funny?
Come on, Ed. Come and stand beside me here.
Oh, he's there now, dude.
Really?
Yes, right beside you.
Ed?
Can you help me?
Can you help me?
Can you help me? Thank you for standing here and taking a picture with me, Ed.
Ed, are you standing beside Dave? Do you like him?
Is he still there?
Yeah.
Ed, if you are still standing here beside me and you have the ability to, can you reach down and touch this device in between me and Ryan? Can you do that for us? I'm gonna walk away, Ed. If you're still standing here, you can stay here.
Oh, as soon as you stepped in front of it, it went away. Ed, are you still standing there? Let's go back to that other side where we first went when we got back from abandonment, because that area had a very thick and heavy energy. Maybe we can do a ghost tube seer session in that hallway.
Yeah, let's do it.
Whoa, whoa, REM pod again.
Wow. Right outside of the sensory room there. You like that?
Hello? Wow. Who is this?
That's really cool. We can see you doing that. Thank you. That's a pretty cool red light, huh?
Can you move to the other ones? Just to show us that you can hear us?
Yeah, there's a blue one right down there too. I like that one more. Okay, that was very cool.
That was. Start seer session and then record. Okay, so Dave is getting ready to start watching the ghost tube seer through the lens. And what this does
Generating?
is already.
Oh, wow. We've got a very elderly man with a mustache.
Really?
Yes, very wrinkly forehead, wrinkly face. I'm getting Mike from Breaking Bad vibes here.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, Mike.
Mike!
Man, that was fast.
That was. Mike, is that you? If that's you, can you touch this again? Moving past. The way that works is it uses, like the ghost tube original, it uses the magnetometer in the device to select a word. Only instead of speaking the word, it runs it through an image generator, which then uses the word or collection of words to produce an image.
That first image, man, that was crazy.
Mike, or Ed, did Dave just see you, what you look like?
You can show me pictures of things you want me to see through this device. Something's going off over here.
Oh, there's a cat ball right in front of you that's going off. Are you standing next to Dave? Are you messing with that ball on the floor? I kind of surrounded you in the equipment with the piccolo and the ball and the cat balls.
Okay.
If you're standing in front of Dave, show him an image of what your life was like here at Pine Lawn. Something's moving down the hallway, man.
Really?
Are you right down here? You can come down this way if you want to talk or you want to... Oh shit, dude, it's coming closer.
Really?
Yes. You don't have to watch from afar, you can come up and talk to us. If you have a message for anyone, you can tell us or show us and we'll try our best to let whoever you want to know, or to tell whoever you want the message delivered to.
Generating?
Oh shoot.
Okay, it is just a big open hayfield With a partly cloudy sky.
With a what?
With a partly cloudy sky.
A hayfield with a partly cloudy sky.
What does this image mean? Can you tell us? We want to know what life was like for you here at Pine Lawn Manor. Was it happy? Was it sad? Did you feel at home? For anybody that might not have heard, my name is Dave. And this is my friend Ryan.
Hello.
We know that it can get lonely in here, so we just came to have a talk.
If you have been wanting someone to come and visit you, we're here to visit now. I think it would be really interesting if you could show Dave an image of what you saw just before you passed away. I've heard many stories about people being visited by the angel of death. And there have been many stories of how he comes in different forms, or the angel comes in many forms. If you did see something strange right before you moved on, can you show Dave what this person looked like? It's me. I'm going to walk closer to you since that's where I was standing when it went off the first time. Does it make you feel better if there's more than one of us standing over here?
Oh. Okay. Image of a man's shadow. It looks like crossing the street.
Is that what it felt like? It felt like crossing the street?
Or maybe this is who they saw. This black shadow man.
Maybe. You know, it's odd to me that the REM pod went off shortly after we were getting started.
Yeah.
But since we set up and you saw that man's face, it seems like whatever energy we were feeling in here has left.
Agreed.
And that REM pod and all the other equipment has been completely silent.
All right, I'm going to get ready and leave now. Generating. It is of a cemetery. With a name on a tombstone. I can't quite make it out. It looks like it starts with an A.
We're sorry that you ended up here, and we're sorry that you ended up there. I'm sure it wasn't easy to be away from your family, be away from your home that you'd known since you had made it with your family. And I'm sorry that your life ended up with you having to leave home. If you have more to tell us about what it was like here, or what you would like to tell us about your life, we're going to be around for a lot longer, so you can find us anywhere here at Pine Lawn. We're going to be throughout this building, and you can come and tell us your story.
95% of the seer session was completely silent, but there is one image that jumped out at us, literally. It popped up seconds after we started recording.
Generating.
Oh, already?
Oh, wow. We've got a very elderly man with a mustache.
This image of an old man is very appropriate for a nursing home. but we've yet to determine its true relevancy. So after we got home, as I'm editing this episode, I texted Tony, Misty's husband, who also owns Pine Lawn Manor. He told me over text that there's one spirit in particular that people see and experience most often in this hallway. The spirit of an elderly man. Could this elderly man have been waiting for us? Waiting to show us his face?
Ready to come out of there, Dave?
Yes. Wow. That thing is probably soaked, I'm sorry.
It's all right. What do you think? You ready to split up and see what Pine Lawn Manor has in store for us on some solos?
Let's do it.
Get ready, because we are about to go solo.
If you want to experience something, it tends to be when you're solo.
All right, so it's time for some solos here. Dave is headed down to the sensory room area, and I'm headed to the other side of the building. I am going to go to the room with the dolls.
Okay, everybody, so Ryan and I have gone to separate parts of the building. We're going to be doing some solos here. If there's anybody in here with me, my name is Dave, and I've traveled a very long way to come here and try and speak with you. Would you care to come out and tell me what your name is? You can use this device in my hand to tell me your name. Would you like to do that? What did you say? What did you say to me? It just said my name. Whoa. Yes, my name is Dave. Wow. That was very clear.
Alright, so I am officially down here in the room with the dolls. I set up a camera out in the hallway pointing in to the hallway that leads to this room. The spirit pod is there. But also out in the hallway, I put a motion light, which if anything actually comes in front of that light, now that it has turned off, if there's any sort of motion detected by it, it'll light back up. I'm gonna come behind the bed here. Do you mind if I sit down on the bed? Is that okay? I feel a very strange energy right now. I mean, I feel like there's something around me like static. Are you close to me?
You're right, my name is Dave. What is your name?
I'm going into a...
You're going to what? Said I'm going to something. Cut? I'm going to cut? Was your room down here? Did you spend time down here?
This is
This is something. It almost sounded like the same voice. I can hear you speaking. Can you tell me your name? I would love for you to come out and tell me your name, please.
I have the baby doll. I'm gonna put it out here in the hallway. Ooh. Static sensation. Who's back there? Oh, all the hair on my body is standing up right now. Oh, am I getting on your nerves? I'm not trying to. What if I take that other doll off the bed? Should I take the doll with the red dress and bring it out here?
Did you like this place? Ryan? I just heard a door move over here. Hello? Could you make that sound again for me? I very clearly heard a door moving over there. Who's there?
Do you like this doll right here? What's the baby doll's name? You want to grab her and get her back? You can use this box in my hand to tell me what you think about it.
Is there anybody down there?
Ryan.
After what? Oh, you guys, I'm a little bit freaked out. I just have a very weird feeling.
I'm asleep.
I'm hearing footsteps. Hello? Who's down there? Who's down that hall? Okay, so with the thunder going crazy here, I'm going to move back this direction. Leave that room empty for a second to see if anything will happen when I'm not in there. Let's check out this room. Whew. The lightning is going absolutely crazy. Ed, are you back here in the employee break room? Ed, I was wondering if you could talk to me, or anyone that's in here. Did you enjoy working here? Whoa, it just said yeah. Did you enjoy working here? Whoa, it just said yeah.
Can you tell me the name? Can you tell me the name of this place?
Is there somebody in here? What was this room used for? Can you tell me? Was this the nurse's station?
Pull energy from the storm outside. There's a lot of lightning. See if you can use that energy to make something happen, to move something, or open this door. Crazy. Spirit box is not where it's at. Apparently, I got that one voice that said, yeah, they liked working here. And then after that, nothing.
I was hoping you would come out and talk to me. I'm freaking out, you guys. I'm hearing stuff all around me.
I'm sorry if I upset you by moving your doll. I thought maybe you would come and get it. Like a game of hide and go seek. Like a game of hide and go seek. Can you tell me if you came here to Pine Lawn with that doll, if that is your favorite doll? Oh, this battery just went dead. I had 30 minutes left on it. I'm gonna have to end this here.
The bedroom?
The bedroom.
I only have 6 minutes of battery on this, and this is the last battery for this camera, so... We're gonna have to head back to base camp, see how much battery we have left. There's no electricity to charge anything here, so... We'll see where we stand with the night. I'm gonna go find Dave, and we'll see how this played out.
An abrupt ending to these solo missions. But even though we ran out of camera batteries, we can rest assured that we're leaving Pine Lawn Manor with exactly what we came for.
Whoa, it just said yeah.
It's been 20 years since the patients left this place abandoned.
Oh, wow. We've got a very elderly man with a mustache.
Really?
Yes, very wrinkly forehead, wrinkly face.
But it seems some of those who passed away in this building
Who are we speaking to? Can you please tell us your name?
still call it home.
Megan.
Megan?
You just asked who we're speaking to.
I did.
Strange and unusual things happen here at Pine Lawn Manor.
Did you hear that, dude?
Yeah, it sounded like full-on footsteps.
And those who are brave enough to enter may just leave with a life-changing experience.
Well, that is going to have to be the end of our investigation here at Pine Lawn Manor. I mean, we are standing outside here recording this outro on the last camera battery that we have, and there's only 10 minutes left on this one.
Yeah, unfortunately, guys, there is not power here yet at Pine Lawn Manor. So like Ryan said, we've gone through all of our batteries, and this is it. We've got 10 minutes juice left to film this outro.
Yep, we've gone through 8 tonight, but what a way to spend those 8 batteries. We caught some interesting activity here at Pine Lawn Manor, some responsive activity with the REM pod and other pieces of equipment that we found, and possibly a bunch of other stuff that we don't even know about yet until we review the evidence.
Oh yeah.
So there is a lot of energy here at this former nursing home, and I'm excited to return in the future and see what happens as this place is restored and as Pine Lawn Manor evolves as a paranormal location.
Absolutely. It's a really cool place. If you guys have the opportunity to come here and check this out, you absolutely should.
We want to thank you guys for watching all the way to the end of the video, because that is the best way to help the channel, along with hitting that thumbs up button.
Do it.
And we are, look at that lightning. Man, did you see that?
I did. It's a pretty charged electrical storm out here, y'all.
What a way to end the investigation here at Pine Lawn Manor. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on all bell notifications, because you're not going to want to miss a video. We are actually going to be hitting the road and heading to a new haunted location that we're investigating tomorrow night for next week's episode, and it is a decade in the making. A place that we've been wanting to investigate a long time.
Oh yeah.
Season 10 is rolling right along, some amazing locations, and you guys are in for a treat. We thank you so much for watching. We thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next week on a brand new episode, a brand new adventure, at a brand new location.
That's right.
On our paranormal quest. Bye.
Bye.